Meizu has produced quite a few smartphones this year, and the M3 is one of the most affordable ones. This is Linus, stay tuned for a full review. First of all, the phone costs just $116 US at gearbest.com, and I will leave a product link down below the video. In the box, you can find a wall charger, USB cable, SIM ejector pin, and some paperwork. Meizu M3 is a very compact phone due to its 5 inches display, and it looks kind of like a shrunk down Meizu M2 Note. Speaking of the display, it sports just a 720p resolution, but it is still quite sharp and good display for a budget phone like this. The only complaint would be that it could be slightly brighter for outdoor use. We have a 5-megapixel shooter along with a notification LED light on the top. On the bottom, there is just a physical home button, and you can either physically press it to take you home or just tap it as it acts as a back button too. Unfortunately, the phone lacks a fingerprint scanner. Although the phone uses glossy plastic in its construction, the device is well built and it feels solid. In fact, it is really comfortable to hold it in the hand due to rounded corners on the back. We have a 13 megapixels camera with f2.2 aperture on the back coupled with a dual-tone dual LED flash. The loudspeaker sits on the bottom, and the sound quality is actually pretty good for the phone this cheap. The buttons are on the right, they are clicky and tactile. We have a hybrid SIM card slot, which can take either 2 SIM cards or a combo of 1 SIM and the microSD card. Overall, the Meizu M3 is a well-constructed phone and it feels great in the hand. Meizu M3 has some pretty decent specs for the price. My review unit sports an octa-core MediaTek 6750 chip with a clock speed of 1.5 GHz, 2 GB of RAM, and 16 GB of expandable storage. The day-to-day performance of the UI is fast and fluid, but the gaming performance is kind of a letdown. The phone lags quite a bit when playing Asphalt 8 even at the lowest graphics. My Meizu M3 unit has the Flyme OS 5.1, which is built on top of Android 5.1. My review unit has a fully deep-loaded ROM with multi-languages and Google Play services pre-installed. If you are familiar with the Flyme OS, you'll feel right at home. There is no app tray, but there are some neat features. For example, you can swipe down anywhere on the screen to open up the notification shade. If you swipe from the bottom, you'll open up your recent apps, and this is one of my favorite features. We have a bunch of other features, plenty of customization options, various tweaks and settings to play with. Just to name a few, you can choose from a variety of themes, use gesture controls that work great, and so on. Overall, the Flyme OS runs fast and fluid, and I didn't have a single hiccup on a daily basis. The 13 megapixels camera is far from perfect, but it can produce one of the better looking images in a sub-$120 phone. Most of the daylight shots will look good, but one of the shortcomings is a poor dynamic range adjustment. Luckily, the HDR mode does a pretty good job solving this issue. The low-light camera performance is okay for the phone this cheap, but keep in mind that usually cheap phones don't take great night shots. The 1080p video looks pretty good, and the footage is actually one of the best in class. A 5-megapixel selfie shooter can take some nice photos that will definitely do the trick for social media. If you want to download full-resolution camera samples, please check out the link down below the video. As for connectivity, you should not expect any issues with neither of the options that include Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS, or call quality. The phone has a sealed-in 2870 mAh battery that performs great. I could constantly get over 5 hours of screen on time on a mixed use. Meizu M3 is one of the better phones in this price range. Sure, some may say that it lacks some common features like a fingerprint scanner and fast charging, but the phone has a good display and great build quality. Also, the device is fast on a daily basis, it has a good battery, and one of the better cameras in this price range. However, you have to keep in mind that the phone will struggle handling 3D games, and it lacks premium materials like metal in its build. Overall, the Meizu M3 is a great phone for the price of just $116 US, despite a few shortcomings. It was Linus, and as always, thanks for watching, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, drop me a comment down below if you have any questions, and follow TechLineHD on major social networks. See you soon!